What do you think is the very best Pokemon that you could make for only 50k Pokeyen in PokeMMO? Let's say you're a pretty new player and you're trying to create an incredible Pokemon for maybe your current region or maybe your next region throughout a storyline, or maybe you're even trying to get into PvP. Today, I'm going to be trying to breed the Pokemon with the best IVs, the best nature, and doing the best I can do with only 50k budget. Now that means I'm probably only going to be doing one breed because I'm going to be having to buy at least 2 different types of bands when breeding. I'm going to be breeding for a Pokemon. I'm not allowed to catch anything. I'm only going to be buying 2 Pokemon off the GTL and then breeding them together. Now, like I mentioned, I am going to have to buy those 2 bands most likely, which is going to immediately cut 20k into my budget. So I really only have 30k Pokeyen to spend on the GTL on breeders. It's also important that this Pokemon obviously has to be good. I'm not going to sit here and breed a Conkeldurr with 31 special attack and modest. It has to be usable and actually be helpful to me. Now, I am going to make a caveat for breeders. If I make something that is a good breeder, that'll be fantastic. But once again, it can't be like a special attacking humanoid egg group Pokemon, for example. It has to actually be very useful. I know it's going to be kind of subjective, but I'm going to be really tough on that and try to keep things really integral. But let's go ahead and get things started. It's just going to be a lot of GTL browsing for good deals. Let's see if I can snipe anything fantastic. Now, my best bet for this video is going to be searching for a 1x31 plus 20 to 25 in other stats. I could search for a 2x31 and make a really cheap breed on something like a Cryogonal, but Cryogonal isn't exactly the best Pokemon, and once again, that goes against my goals. I want a Pokemon with really good stats in the stats that it actually needs. A really good example is this Magikarp here that I found. Physical attacker, 31 attack IV, 25 plus defense, special defense, and speed. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this thing, but I do want to look around a little bit more for this video. Alright, I'm going to be honest, guys, I think I already found my breed. This is probably going to be a very quick video, but I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this. This is pretty insane. So, I found this Tentacle first things first, 31 HP, 25 plus in every other stat, except for special attack, and then I found this Ditto you see over here. So, I'm going to be spending 14k on that right away. Hopefully, that Ditto is still there, because that is the main deal of this video. 2 great deals, honestly, that Tentacle and that Ditto. The Tentacle wasn't the craziest deal in the world. It's definitely super solid. Only 14k for this is really good, but this Ditto is an insane deal. I'm going to be able to buy a special attack brace and then an HP brace. So I spent, 10k plus 14k, so 24k. Now I'm also going to go buy those 2 braces, the HP and the special attack. It's going to put me up to, a 44k total cost for this breed. We'll see what it looks like coming out as. Here's what the breed is going to look like in the daycare manual. Let's go ahead and throw them up. 31 HP, 31 special attack, 25 plus in every other stat on a Tentacle, which is a quite good Pokemon. Now, the great thing about this as well is that the Tentacle actually has 25 plus attack, which can actually be really relevant on a Tentacle, usually for rapid spin damage. It's not really going to matter because we didn't breed rapid spin thing on this because it's egg move, but someone could buy this and create add rapid spin to it and create a really good sort of all around Tentacle. Now, we don't really need, once again, we don't need the physical attack, but even without that, it's just an incredible Tentacle. If this happens to roll a good nature, if this for whatever reason came out calm or something of the sort, we just created an incredible competitive Pokemon for 44k. Tentacle is not really the most insane Pokemon in UU, for example, or in PvP in general, but it did have a really OP spot in NU to the point where it got banned back up to UU. It's currently sitting at a 45% win rate, which isn't great, but Tentacle is just an extremely good niche Pokemon. I still think this fits my goals. Feel free to disagree with me politely down in the comments down below. I think Tentacle is a really relevant PvP Pokemon. You'll even see him in OU sometimes. Tentacle fits this extremely niche thing, where it's a poison type, so it can absorb toxic spikes, as well as setting up its own spikes, setting up its own toxic spikes, and as well as rapid spinning anything it can't just absorb, so it can rapid spin away stealth rocks and such. Plus it can spam Scald, so it just has a lot of good factors that really allow it to be a pretty good PvP Pokemon. It also can go Black Sludge, which allows it to gain some HP and be able to switch into trick users and sort of abuse them or manipulate them. Tentacle truly is a really good Pokemon. It just kind of is a really niche fit on certain teams. It's the perfect fit on the perfect team, the perfect slot, but it's not always needed or super well-rounded on all teams. But that's enough gushing about Tentacruel. I'm going to go ahead and complete this breed. No, we're not going to pay for this. Once again, this did cost me 44k plus 200 Pokeyen if you want to count the Pokeball price. But I'm going to hatch this, see how things roll, see if we get a good nature, and then I'm just going to list it up on the GTL and see you guys how much money you can make from breeding. I truly do think breeding for profit is unbelievably underrated right now, especially with how cheap Dittos are and everything. The craziest thing right now in the economy is how expensive Shittos are. We can actually go ahead and look. Shittos are constantly above 4,200 a piece, 42 to 45, 4,400 for a Ditto with no IVs. But if we look for a Ditto with a 1x31, it's only like 500 to 800 more Pokeyen. So Dittos with IVs are at the cheapest they've ever been, but then Shittos for shiny hunting are up there as some of the most expensive. It's really interesting. So we can abuse this fact. We can look for really cheap Dittos and make really good breeds with any Pokemon, male or female, because we don't have to even rely on the egg group or anything. I truly recommend looking out for cheap Dittos at the moment, honestly over checking for egg group stuff. Alright, the egg did hatch, but I haven't checked it yet. Once again, this could really depend on the nature. We're still going to make decent profit if I were going to sell this, but I'm really looking for a good nature roll. There's tons of good nature rolls that could work on this thing. Calm being the best, Bold also being good. Brave is not one of them at all. Brave absolutely cannot work, so whoever buys this will have to rebreed it. It did come out female, which is kind of middle ground. Like, I don't know if it'll be good or bad. Someone will probably have to be looking for a tentacle comp to want to buy this and want to rebreed it, but I mean the stats, it's almost 27 plus in every single stat. So let's go ahead and head over to the GTL, price check this thing, list it off. I also really do like the stat allocation on this thing. The fact that it's 31 HP and 31 special attack is really nice. 25 plus everything else. Water CA group, that's how we're going to be price checking this. The cheapest one available is a female Kingler. So honestly, wow, it's really comparable. Honestly, I didn't make as much money as I thought on this. I'll be totally, honest with you guys. I think I'm still going to be able to sell it for 60k. I'm going to undercut this one essentially, but maybe 55k or so, or 58k. I'll probably go 58k on it. I did spend 44k on the breed. Let's see how much the listing fee is going to cost. I mean, I'm not making as much money as I thought. I'll be totally honest, but it's still profit. It's still profit. I still just sat it. It was so fast as well. Finding those two Pokemon with my amount of game knowledge was extremely fast. Finding the two breeders for this breed was unbelievably rapidly quick, but you do have to wait for the egg to hatch. That's the main thing. But you can breed tons of Pokemon within an hour and make tons and tons of profit. It's crazy that, I mean, I'm gonna sell this for like probably 55k, 58, something like that. And make like, if I sell for 58, I'll make like 10k profit. So let's try that. So I'll make like 10k profit on this after the listing fee. And that's like low. That's like not very good money, right? Which is kind of crazy considering how decent this is. So I'm gonna sell that for 58k. Hopefully that should sell. Once this Kingler sells, mine should be the next that sells. Someone might even buy mine over the Kingler just because they don't mind paying the 8k extra Pokeyen. It's not that much for slightly better stats in every area. We see 2+ more speed IV. Like, me personally, if I was comparing these two Pokemon and I was looking for a competitive breed, I'd probably go with the Tentacle. I probably would, because you do get, like, even though it's only 8k Pokeyen, and you do get like all these extra stats in different areas. It's not that much, but it's, one or two stats in every single stat really does add up. This Tentacruel is also up for debate. I think this price is pretty accurate in my opinion. But yeah, once again, pretty quick process. If you want to see more breeding for profit videos like this, more long-term ones or just more fleshed out ones, more breeds, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. Discord link is down below. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. EST. And that's pretty much it for me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hey, if you're watching this, that means you watched the entire video, which is pretty crazy. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for that. And if your name is on this list, that means you're a pretty cool dude. Thank you for going above and beyond and supporting the channel and allowing me to make videos or more content like this one. Thank you again.